Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Chuck here, and today we have another Firebot tutorial. It has been like a year since the last one. I'm sorry. But we're back in the swing of things. The first Firebot tutorial we are going to start off with is one that's going to be foundational as we move into more advanced features within Firebot. The last tutorial I posted where we had a persistent sub goal on screen is what I would consider a more advanced use of Firebot. As we go through the next set of tutorials, where I'm going to be showing you how to create things like custom chat games, create different and unique on-screen effects that are either persisted or just temporarily on the screen, you're going to want these deeper debugging capabilities, and that's really what we're going to focus on today. Now, this is going to be a shorter video because I've already done the work for you. So the whole point of this is just show you what it does. I'm going to explain basically what it is, but it's a setup. You're going to be able to install this into your Firebot, and then you don't have to do anything else with it. After this, we will have more tutorials in the coming days and weeks where we're going to take a look at building some custom stuff. So it should be pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoy this, but let's jump into Firebot. All right, so what we have here is an event set called debug. Within here, we have a variable set event. And what this is going to do, if we go in and edit this, you'll see that we have a chat feed alert. And what this is going to do is it's going to say in our chat feed when a custom variable has been created or if it was updated, and it was updated with the following data. So this is something that we can see in our chat feed, but that's just within the dashboard in Firebot. That's not going to notify your viewers. This is something you can do if you want while you're live, especially if you're piloting some things that require some live viewers, and then you can turn it off when you don't need it. The second is this variable expired, and this is really helpful too, especially with chat games. So using variables that expire after X number of seconds is really handy. This is a great way to build in cooldowns, to effectively have a way that says, for the next 30 seconds, allow people to enter something. And then after 30 seconds, the variable resets. It wipes its data. This will tell you what the variable was that was expired, as well as the data that it had. So this is very helpful for games. We're going to take a look at this in practice in a second. Just so you know, going forward, if you install this setup, you can disable this by clicking the three dots and deactivate the event set. So when you don't want your debugging enabled, you can just turn it off and you can activate it when you are ready. So let me switch over to my streaming profile here in Firebot, and we will take a look at this in action. All right, so I am in my actual instance of Firebot, or at least a backup of my real life stream setup here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and install the Firebot setup here. It'll be posted in the description. I will host it on GitHub, so you can always go back and find it. You'll see that we're going to add an event for variable setting, an event for variable expired, and then our debug, just like what we looked at a second ago. Now we have this debug on the side. It's going to come in default active. If you don't want to use it right away, just deactivate it. Otherwise, you can set it as active, which is what we're going to do here because we're actually going to test this. So I'm going to go to my dashboard here, and the very first thing I'm going to do is we're going to start a battle, which is one of my custom games, and I'm going to do this against Applebot for 10,000 gold. And you're going to see all of these variables that just got set with data. Now, this is not going to my chat. It's just something I can see. We're also going to see that a whole bunch of stuff is going on behind the scenes. So I have hit chance. I have a number of other variables such as health going. Now, this is an on-screen game, so videos are playing typically, and the game would fire through this. So what we can do after this is, there we go. Funny enough, there's the confetti. For some insider baseball, this is on my gaming PC that I'm using this instance of Firebot on. However, I do not use Firebot on Windows anymore. I use it mostly on my Mac. So not everything is set up in the same way. I don't have the images set up with the file paths here. But what you can see is how that game just ran through. Now we have another game here that we can play with, and that would be Fort. So if I type Fort and put 10,000 gold in it, you'll see that there's also a number of variables that are getting created with this too. So we have no users in my heist right now. This is, even though the command's called Fort, this is more traditionally known as a heist game. We have a Fort start time of 60. So this is how many seconds that the game's going to have before it goes. We also can display arrays here. So this, if there were more than just me here, actually, I guess I could do this as the bot. We can have the bot participate too. Just kidding. The bot is not allowed to participate. But if there were more participants, you would see additional usernames and wagers in this collection here. So we'll give this about 60 seconds and we'll see what happens with the game. There we go. All right. So we can see that users added to Fort heyaapl has expired and reset. You'll see that this is a variable name that's dynamic. It goes based on who started the Fort. There's all sorts of fun stuff because this is not a real setup. However, we can see that this all ran through and variables are starting to expire. So we can see that the previous data was 1, that there was an active Fort and now is not. There's not a Fort in progress, and the outcome multiplier was reset. So you'll see that throughout the whole game, I ended up losing half the money I wagered. I lost 5,000. This is how the Fort game works under the hood in my stream. So I hope that was helpful. We're going to use this as a starting point. So going forward in future tutorials, as we work through how games work and how we're going to be testing that they're working the way we expect, it's sometimes a bit hard to understand without something like these debugging messages to really be able to understand what is going on under the hood. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you want more Firebot tutorials, I would love some inspiration. I'd love some ideas for things that you would like to see in a future tutorial. I am on Blue Sky now too, so if you want to follow me on Blue Sky, you can talk to me there. I'm just at heya.pl. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, stay classy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Baby, I love you, don't go. Baby, I love you, don't go. Take your time, I love you, don't